Okay, folks. So Google has this pretty cool feature on their Pixel phone called Nightside. People are ranting and raving about it, and I have to say it's definitely Nightside. It's pretty mind blowing how well it works, but I've been testing it out for the past week, and I just want to show you guys some of my results. The only thing I will say is a lot of the times it almost works too well. Let me show you what I mean. So in this first picture that I took, I was beside the water. I love taking water pictures. They're probably my favorite to take. I just love how the water looks, especially at nighttime, the way it reflects off the light. There's like this rippling, waving effect that is really calming. So I was outside taking a picture of the water. Now, of course, it's really dark, so I can hardly see. So I decided to use night sight mode. Now, don't get me wrong, it's great, but the problem is a lot of times you don't know what you're taking a picture of because it's so dark. So you turn on night sight and you just flash the picture. And ironically, it wasn't even water that I took a picture of. This is that's sort of what was sitting beside the water. Now, no offense, this is a beautiful girl. I'm not trying to laugh at the woman in this picture. It's just that, well, there was a bit of confusion. You keep in mind it was dark, and I didn't know that that's exactly what I was looking at. So like I said, night sight, does it work well? Yes, but it could also get you in some pretty awkward, embarrassing moments. Okay, so let me show you a couple of more samples here. Now, in this one picture, I was taking a walk, beautiful night, and I saw this couple, and they were embracing, and I thought to myself, well, that's really touching. When you see a sweet boyfriend or girlfriend, I assume, embracing, it's a lovely moment. You know, you have to have a really cold heart not to appreciate a lovely moment of two people embracing, right? So I thought to myself, take a photo. Of course, it was kind of dark. I couldn't see very well, so I'm like, once again, night sight, perfect mode. Ironically, though, as you can see by this picture, the couple embracing, the man was actually preparing to take a shit on her kneecap. I had no idea. I thought it was just a sweet couple embracing, but apparently he was preparing to shit on her knee. Now, I don't know if that's some sort of sexual act. You know, that's a little, it's a little intense. But once again, keep in mind, I wasn't trying to like take a creepy picture. Like, if I knew that this man was trying to shit on her kneecap, I would have not taken a picture. I would have just kept walking. I'm not that much of a sicko. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, we're all slightly like a sicko in some weird way, but I'm not sitting there taking a picture of a dude shitting on her girlfriend's kneecap while she's hugging him. That's way too weird for me. I have limits. You know what I mean? Like, I'm open to trying things, but that's a little too weird. And it's in public too. If you're gonna shit on your girlfriend's kneecap, can you just at least do it in the privacy of your own home? You know? Jesus Christ. Right. Okay, so in this next picture, this one wasn't as surprising, but it was still pretty surprising. So there's this public place that people go to pray. Now, I'm not a very religious person myself, but it's a very beautiful place. Beautiful scenery and architecture, and they go there and they pray. They lay down on their knees and they give thanks to their personal God, and they give thanks for their health and for prosperity. And it's kind of like a really great energy to this place. So there was these two men laying down praying, and it looked really beautiful. And I thought to myself, once again, let's just use night sight, because normally they actually pray during the day. But for whatever reason, this time they're praying more at night, so I can see really well. Well, the two men were praying, but as you can see by this picture, it almost looks like they were praying on that woman's ass. I really don't know what exactly is going on there. I guess they're lifting up her ass because there's so much of it. And well, yeah, I mean, once again, there's no way I would have taken that picture if I knew it was two men holding a girl's ass up in the air, because that's disgusting. I'm not gonna, that's perverted. Because if you see two men holding a woman's ass in the air like that, you mind your own business and you walk away. You're not sitting there taking pictures like a psycho. So I wouldn't have taken that picture at all. Okay, so as you can see, this Nightside mode works amazing, but it almost works too well, and it kind of gets you in sort of awkward situations. Right. Well, there's no nice way to say this picture. Okay. I'm looking at this picture right now. It's kind of, so, you ask a pretty girl out on a date and you want to take her to a nice restaurant to impress her, right? So you take her to this nice restaurant, a 5-star restaurant. Is that what they're called? Or is that a 5-star hotel? A lot of stars. This restaurant is really just supposed to be one of the best. And you take her there. And the thing with these restaurants is they're really dark. You almost can't even see the person. So in a way, this was a perfect time to use the Nightside camera. Now, since this was a fancy restaurant, I felt sort of embarrassed to take out my picture and let me just take a picture of my food to put it on Instagram. That's really that's pretty low class for a very sophisticated place like this. But I thought, hey, let's just do it anyways. Why not? Fuck it. How often am I at a really super fancy restaurant? So I said, snap. Now, this one really showed what I was looking at. So apparently, as you can see here, I don't know, man. The food doesn't look that great. Now, in a weird way, the Nightside kind of saved me in this situation. The other times it was kind of more embarrassing. This time I would say it legitimately saved me from... This is not 5-star food, guys. I don't remember... Which is kind of weird because I think that dude works at that restaurant. The dude who was shitting on her girlfriend's kneecap. There must be some sort of tie. It's in the same city and everything, and that's a little too much. That's a little too much. Maybe him and his girlfriend work there. Maybe this is some sort of sick game they play. But yeah, no, the Nightside camera definitely saved me in that situation. Now for this last picture, well, this one, I guess you can say it's odd, but okay, so I was out with this beautiful girl. And we were sitting beside the beach. And I'm thinking to myself, what a lucky guy I am. I'm sitting here with a beautiful girl. We're laying down beside the beach. Things couldn't be any more perfect. Right? But then I started getting kind of hungry. And I thought to myself, God, it'd be so nice to have something to eat. And surprisingly, this beautiful girl that I was with said she has a hamburger that she was waiting to eat. I don't know why she had a hamburger, but apparently she had a hamburger. I don't know where she got it from, how she was even holding it. I never even noticed the hamburger, but apparently she's been carrying her hamburger with her the whole time. Now, she was handing me the hamburger, but since we went to that restaurant, I got a little paranoid about food, so I wanted to see exactly what she was handing me. Ironically enough, it was actually a legitimate hamburger. The only thing is, it was coming out of her asshole. But other than that, it was actually a pretty good hamburger. Surprisingly, it was actually pretty fresh too. But I would have not been able to see that without the Nightside camera. So yes, does the Nightside camera work? Yeah, but it almost works too well because it'll land you in some pretty frightening situations, you know? All in all though, I mean, it's a great tool to have with you, right guys? Yes, you might see something that looks like a beautiful time to take a picture and you snap it, but then once you see the processed picture, you realize, what the fuck did I just take a picture of? That's gonna happen. But that's a price to pay to have like such an amazing night sight vision camera. So it's sort of like if I were to rate the Google Pixel Night Sight feature, I would say it's good. The only thing is, I wish I can see what it would look like before I snapped a picture, because like I said, you end up snapping pictures of things you never want to take a picture of. But other than that, it's a great feature. I highly recommend it. And that's it. You know, that's sort of like, I've never done one of these camera sample things. You know what I mean? Like everyone has these review channels like pictures, you know, like samples. I said, come on, Tony, grow up and finally do one. So that was it. The Google Pixel Night Sight. I hope it works well for you. Take care. Bye.